to become a better negotiator? So basically, in order to become a better negotiator, you need to understand few concepts in terms of negotiations on a daily basis, right? So first few concepts. The number one, everyone has own interests. It doesn't matter whether you are dealing with your husband or even your daughter. They have their own interests. Just think about that. Why is your social media check with the Instagram live, etc.? But then what's your interest? Your interest is that because you want to go back to sleep so that it's easier to wake them up tomorrow. Does it make sense? So everybody has their own interest. You have to acknowledge that. It is very perfectly normal. So once we understand that everybody has their own interest, so in the negotiation process, the next thing we need to know is that we need to make a list of everyone's interest. It can be in a business dealing. Like, for example, when I'm actually discussing a deal with like a corporate client, I'll just research what is the key important factors, what are the key important considerations and interests that this I will call it as an influencer, meaning they kind of influence the decision making, but then they are not the decision maker, meaning they are not the one who pay the money, but they can actually influence the person who pay the money. Does it make sense? And then the third one will be a blocker. Blocker, it means that they will kind of make sure the deal doesn't happen because it will actually influence them. Like, let me give you an even more specific scenario. In a small medium enterprise I'm dealing with, right, the decision maker, it can be boss because it's the boss, it's the managing director who make the decisions. However, because the bosses rely on their team members to do the work, right? So the bosses will actually ask around their team members. Maybe it's a supervisor, or maybe it's the business development manager, or whoever is in charge. He'll ask them for their opinion. And this person, maybe they have a different interest. Maybe one of the key consideration is that if let's say they buy your product or buy your services, is it more work to him or her? Is it make her work easier or make her work even more challenging or more difficult? Because ultimately, like I can share with you, I'm actually selling a software. But then when we sell a software, right, we need to do a lot of different political party because software is good for boss, it's good for employee because it can save their time. However, it means that some people are going to opt for a job if let's say there are too many automation going on, right? So these people are going to be blocker, right? Blocker just want to make sure they don't have more tasks, they have lesser tasks. That's why they want to make sure this deal doesn't happen. So that's why you kind of need to list down everybody owns interests. And then you need to know what is important to each different party that you're dealing with. Does it make sense? Okay, and then the third one, make your interest known. Like if let's say you're doing a negotiation about a certain deal, right? You need to let the other person what is so important to you in this deal. Like it could be literally anything, but then you have to make your interest known at first so that each other we can actually discuss the interest. Because in the negotiation process, right, I would say that it's more of a matter of communication. So to help you to save time by having a guessing game, I think a lot of times, right, when I'm dealing with corporate, because they have many different hierarchy. So a lot of people, they want to reach out to me. They want to get my time. However, I realize that a lot of people just want to get my time for free. So in the end, I will always ask them, okay, can you tell me your proposal before we meet up? Because firstly, I get their interest known to me so that from there, I kind of know whether it's very powerful. These five words. Correct me if I'm wrong. I always use this in the discussion or in the negotiation because at times, right, we need to understand each other perspective when we are doing a communication or a negotiation. So whenever I was trying to guess something, but I'm not so sure whether I guess it correctly, I'll just tell the person, hey, you know what? Please correct me if I'm wrong. This is the consideration that you're thinking that's why you do not want to go on with this deal, right? So when you tell people correctly if I'm wrong, people kind of like will lower down their guard. And then the openness to listen to is much more better because they know that, hey, if let's say June is wrong, I can correct her. I can tell her my point of view. If let's say I disagree with her. When you give people a standoff, able to disagree with you on some point and then you won't be offended, people will actually try to communicate more and then to tell you more about what they care about. And then which makes it the deal closing even faster. Does it make sense? Okay, let's go for point number 5. Okay, point number 5 is that you need to show others that you want to like understand that. You need to show others that you want to understand them. All right, because everybody just want to be heard in a deal closing process, right? So when they want to have people to know about this deal closing process, so you need to let them know that, hey, as I understand from your point of view, this is what you're thinking. If let's say I understand correctly, this is what you're thinking. So this will actually help you a lot in all the decision making, in all the deal closing, because it lowers down people's guard and then people know that you are willing to listen to them. Does it make sense? Okay, so that's why the phrases will be as I understand correctly. And then when you combine this with, please correct me if I'm wrong, it's so super powerful. All right, 6. Give your reason and interest before giving a proposal. Oh my God, this is so true. Okay, what do I mean? Let me give you a scenario. Let's say your neighbor is very noisy at night. Like maybe the nighttime is about 11 p.m. and then they often like playing like loud music that you can't really take it, right? So what you need to do is that when you talk to your neighbor, don't tell them, hey, stop your music playing. And then because it's too loud, I can't sleep. If let's say you do it that way, right? People will just stop listening to you after you tell them what to do, like stop the music. So, but all you need to do is just to change the sequence of communication. Okay, what's the sequence of communication? The sequence of communication will be, say, you can go to your neighbor and ask him that, hey, Mr. X, yeah, I'm actually having a very important meeting tomorrow that I prepared it for a very long time. Yeah, but then I couldn't sleep right now because the music is a little bit loud. Yeah, I'm just wondering that whether you are able to lower down music a little bit. It will sound better because I give my reasons and my interests at first before giving the proposal. If let's say I choose a sequence to give you a proposal, hey Mr. X, please stop your music because it's a little bit loud. People just stop there. They wouldn't want to listen to your reason and interest because their ears are closed. Does it make sense? So these are the 6 tips. Yeah. So I give you the example. So these are the 6 tips I'm going to share about this. And it can be literally anything in your house, in your work, in your house, at your work, or literally any place. Anything about communication is all about negotiation. I hope that you learned something new today. And I just want to announce that I actually just launched my book yesterday after working like relentlessly for so many weeks and days, right? So this book is able to help you in terms of getting more sales and getting more clients. All right. A lot of time that in a sales process, right, we always have few different levels. One is that you must get yourself known to other people. We kind of like need to attract people to come to know us. Because so in this book I'm launching, it's called Client Magnet Machine, because it will help you to attract clients to your business. So I'm going to review all the strategies that you need to use for a social media platform. It's an evergreen strategy so that you can attract clients come to you and then they'll give you the sales and increase the sales faster. All right. So if let's say you're really interested to get my book, right, you can click the link down below. It's under step 0. And then just go and sign up for it. It's about $7. So what you are going to give away for the $7 is that not only are getting the ebook, right, I'm also will be uploading some training videos about LinkedIn strategies to close deals faster, as well as some of the communication skill strategies that can enable you to help to close deal faster. However, I haven't really launched bonuses yet. I only want to give these bonuses to action taker. So if let's say you're very interested, I'm only going to give this to the first 17 people who actually buy from me. So feel free. Right now, I'm opening up. So right now is the best time to buy for it. So you can click the link down below. So I'll see you tomorrow then. Bye.